Ladies and gentlemen, now in today's video we're going to be showcasing a ton of amazing gameplay from the absolute king of high risk and high reward gameplay. 5-star thing is an absolute banger of a champion, man, and especially with variant 2.0 coming out today, I cannot wait to test this dude out in that, man. I'm really excited for it because I've brought this dude into Act 6 and also a bit of variant and Realm of Legends today, and he's just such a fun champion to play. He's just so incredibly fun. Some people are going to like his playstyle, some people aren't, but he's a champion that lives on the cusp of death all of the time, especially during my Act 6 gameplay, because I don't have like a 5 or 6 star version of Hela. So for all the gameplay that you're going to see at the start, I actually have to use Thor Ragnarok, but I've also chucked in Nick Fury for a little bit more damage as well, man. Beef this lad up a bit. You can see that, man. We absolutely slapped up that Act 6 Ultron. That was mental, mate. That was so mental. 19 hits. Dude, that lad did not even stand a chance. So currently in all of the Act 6 stuff you're going to see, we have the Champion Synergy, the Heimdall Synergy, the Thor Ragnarok Synergy, and also the Nick Fury Synergy. And Thing is kind of an ultimate synergy champion. He needs like full team synergies in order really to be able to survive, get his big damage and sustain, because he is a really risky champion to play, man. You are always on the cusp of death if you're playing this champion correctly. However, if you can pull it off, if you can play very well, the damage output you can get from the Champion Synergy Furies is just absolutely mental, because every single one of those Furies that you get at the start of the fight gives you 100% more attack, which for longer fights, and as you're going to see toward the end of this video, can be amplified even further by his special 3, providing you have 20 stacks of rock stack. So yeah, once you really get into a quest, man, it's just about being beaten up at the start of the fight and playing it as risky as possible, because every single hit you take while indestructible, you gain 100% more attack. So, you know, it's definitely really living on the edge gameplay. As you can see here, we've got 800% more attack with the Champion Synergy. I've got 20 stacks of rock stack. So what I'm trying to do here is just kind of line up a nice special 2, so I have enough range to nuke this Green Goblin down, because also if you have 20 stacks of the rock stack mechanic, your second special will also stun the opponent, and it's a really long duration that allows you to get kind of a full 5 combo, a double medium, and then chain on another 5 combo as well. So if you use that to kind of finish a fight, you can get like 12 hits, and then you have enough power to use a special one to end it. And for the majority of matchups, you know, if you played fairly ballsy at the start, if you've got like 7 or more rock stacks, man, that's probably going to do the job. There's a lot of damage in that. This is the final chapter 6-star Moon Knight, which has almost 200,000 hit points. He's a very beefy lad, man. So we're trying to take a bit of a beating here, and I think we get a really good interval, kind of just where he throws his special. We get 4 stacks of Fury, you know, adds to a total of 8 there. Managed to get the dash back, the regeneration from the Thor Ragnarok Synergy, and then we can just get in there now and beat up Moon Knight. So it's a really good time, man. But you can see, even with the class disadvantage here, the crits are just absolutely insane, man. We're getting like 10k mediums, bro. That is absolutely insane, especially off a rank 3 champion. Again, this is not a maxed out 5-star champion. It's not a rank 4 5-star champion. It's a rank 3 5-star champion. And also with the Thing arena coming up, if you grind out a 4-star version of Thing, granted you're not going to be able to use him in Act 6, but you might be able to bring him into the second variant, and also for a few pass and fights in the first variant, he works really well. Now, one node combo that works a little bit interesting with Thing is the Aspect of Nightmares node. So this is the one where you degenerate at the start of the fight by 50%, but then after 12 seconds you heal that. And with the 6-second indestructible provided with the Champion Synergy, it just works out really well, man, because you are immune to death and then you heal up 50%. So it's, you know, a really great time. I love this node. It's a really good one. So, you know, providing you are going in with above 40% health and you just kind of dodge stuff for the first 6 seconds. That should be a bit of an interesting and viable strategy if we do see that in the second variant, Return to the Micro Realm. So I'm curious to see if we're going to see that one knocking about, man, because that is a great way to heal up and, you know, kind of bounce back a fair bit in the fight, and then you can just absolutely slap up your opponent, as you can see here. But basically, Thing is making these Act 6 fights look like they really kind of belong in Act 4, in all fairness, man. He just absolutely cuts through them, providing, again, there's not some sort of additional source of fun and interactive damage, and there is, you know, plenty of that knocking about an Act 6, so he certainly doesn't work for everything, but he works for a fair bit. However, now we're moving on to the variant and Realm of Legends gameplay, so instead of Thor Ragnarok and Nick Fury, I've got Angela and Hela in the team now, just to let you know. Now, the Unstoppable Colossus matchup, and anybody with Unstoppable, is pretty beautiful to fight. This lad does have the Spite node on, so this is kind of like in the very, very final quest, very deep toward the back, and one of the things that you can really do against these fights is kind of intercept them and their special attacks with your special attack, which will remove Unstoppable, so it's a really, really great way to manage a lot of that, and you're going to see a lot more kind of examples of that, maybe arguably better ones against Realm of Legends Juggernaut, but you can see here, man, this variant level Unstoppable Colossus is getting absolutely pummeled, lads. Those 15k mediums are so disgusting, mate. Dude, that went down like it was an Act 3 opponent, man. That was so incredibly good. We've also got Thing versus the very stacked, almost 42k PI Heimdall. This dude has about 170,000 health here, but he's laying into Thing at the start, which is a really, really good time. I kind of, you know, I realized like 8 stacks of Fury, that's enough there, and attack into him, but, you know, the more ballsy you are, man, the more Furies you can get, so it's all up to you about how ballsy you want to be at the start of Thing. Higher risk, higher reward, man. So, you know, I really enjoy this this style of play, man. It's a very, very fun novelty as well, and also Thing being a champion that you play on the cusp of death for the fights that he works is also beneficial, because you can, you know, make really, really good use of those 20% revives, because you don't need to worry about like healing him up, because you always want to like pretty much die at the start of the fight and get pummeled, just so you can get those Fury stacks and then look at recovering with a Hela and Angela synergy, which, as you can see here, has been so valuable because it's just, you know, pinged us up after the champion's indestructible to above 20%, so it gives us, you know, a bit of health to play around with, and again, if you've got them at rank 4, rank 5, this percentage health is going to be even more there. But this 170k Heimdall goes down in 36 hits, mate. Some very, very light work there. We got the unblockable and unstoppable with the special 3 to finish, but we didn't get the Mega Fury, and that's kind of the thing you want. However, the only place I can really like open Thing up properly is really Realm of Legends at the moment. I wish I had him at rank 4 so I could test out some Labyrinth stuff as well, but we're against Realm of Legends Captain Marvel here, so we've got 8 stacks of Rock Stack, and also the Hela and Angela synergy has kind of pinged us back up to over 20% health as well, so we've got a fairly nice buffer here as well. So what you ideally want to do in kind of these Realm of Legends scenarios is get to kind of 20 stacks of Rock Stack, stun the opponent, and then go ham with a special 3. So this is a little bit annoying to set up, man. I had a bit of trouble parrying just toward the start of this fight, as you're going to see, but once this fight gets going, it really does get going here. So I'm just trying to go for a parry if we can, so I can get to 20 stacks of Rock Stack and also have that stun interval. We finally get it. I hit him once just for a cheeky bit of damage, and then we throw off the special 3 here. So while he has 20 stacks of Rock Stack and uses that, it's going to give him a buff, which for the duration, the next 8 seconds, is going to double the Fury effectiveness, man. So he hits like an absolute train, and as well as that, he's unblockable and unstoppable. So you can just lay into the opponent, man, and have a really, really great time here. So a lot of damage output from that, man. You can see 49 hits in. We've almost got her below 50%. Very, very close, just smashing through it at the moment. And the plan, you know, to finish off this fight is do the exact same thing, get another special 3 with those 20 stacks of Rock Stack, just so we can, you know, propel the damage really, really high again, and just absolutely smack this last down. But 69 hits, and we've already taken over 300,000 health, boys. It is so ridiculous the amount of damage that this lad has, but it's also incredibly enjoyable as well. So we get the parry, we get the 20 Rock Stacks, we got the final special 3 here, gonna magnify our damage, which is perfect, kind of lines us up in the exact position we want to be going into Assassin's range. And as well, visually speaking, that special 3 is very satisfying to fire off, but the fact that we parried just before that, man, means that we can go straight in and just start smashing all over the place. Even without class advantage, we're getting 16k mediums, boys. Absolutely loving life. And again, I'm not using any boost today as well, so boost is something you can use, again, to make the game even easier if you want. But if you go for health boost and attack boost, then they've got some good value with Thing as well. Not that you really need it for any scenario that he works, but, you know, it still, it's more damage, and who can knock more damage, lads? The final fight we've got to showcase today is the Realm of Legends Juggernaut, who has that super fun Unstoppable like all Juggernauts do. So we're just taking a bit of a beating at the start. We've healed up to 20% with a Hela and Angela synergy as well, but unfortunately he wasn't playing super aggressively, so we've only got 5 stacks of Fury this time, which is still, 500% more attack. So it's still, a very, very nice boost to this champion. However, in the Juggernaut fight, I'm trying to showcase a bit more the practicality of nullifying the Unstoppable. So if you use a special attack to intercept, it will remove the Unstoppable and also give you this buff on Thing that kind of looks like a strike back buff, or Killmonger's reverberation armor. It's kind of like a dented arrow, but whenever you hit into the opponent while you have that buff active for 8 seconds, and it's a passive one, then any nullify that they have on them is going to be instantly removed as well. So a really cool little interaction there. I wish there was some like stacked champion bosses that I could test Thing out against, because I really want to see how he kind of fares in those matchups as well, because I don't believe I've tested him versus champion before. However, we might see some of those when it comes to the second version of variant, so I'm very curious to see what we are going to be up against there. But anyway, this Juggernaut, he's going down fairly nicely at the moment. I think as well in this matchup, I tried to line up some pretty nice special 2s if I can. I'm trying to intercept with this special 2 just to remove the Unstoppable here, because if you can see, you get those dank intercepts, man. It's just such a great time getting rid of that Unstoppable, clearing it, so you don't need to worry about kind of dancing around the opponent for a certain amount of time. And I think here we get another parry, a push for a 5 combo, and because I got 20 stacks of rock stack, we throw down a special 2 here just to get the stun, because he's at full power, so we might as well beat into him a little bit, make use of this damage interval, so it's less baiting out special attacks and faffing about there. But as you can see, this Thing is just absolutely dominating Juggernaut, kind of getting rid of the massive pain in the ass here. We're going to intercept with another special 2 just to get rid of that Unstoppable, man, which is a really, really great time. He also has a secondary nullify on the special 2 as well, which can be used for other certain buffs in rare occasions. So there's a little bit of like arsenal of cool and interesting stuff that Thing has for his utility, along with like bleed immunity, armor break immunity, nullify immunity, shock immunity as well. So this lad, he's useful for all sorts, ladies and gentlemen. I really, really enjoy him. But anyway, we're in that final 12% now, beating down Juggernaut, man. And even with the 5 stacks of Fury, like, 6k mediums off a rank 3 champion is certainly nothing to shake a stick at, lads. It's still really, really good. So even when we're not playing with a special 3 in this scenario, because we're using the specials to counter his Unstoppable, he's just getting it done, lads. He's just absolutely getting it done. Now, that brings us to the end of today's Thing gameplay. If you did enjoy today's video, ladies and gentlemen, please do smash that like button. It really, really does help me out. And also, as a reminder, if you're not already aware, the second variant releases today. I think it's Journey into the Micro Realm or Return to the Micro Realm, something Micro Realm, where we need those XL boys. So yeah, if you want to see some awesome live gameplay, man, we're going to be live tonight at 6 o'clock. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you all have an absolutely fantastic day.